Welcome back to Deeper Than Hair TV. We're going to get straight to it today. I'm going to take my Her Strands of Hair shears, and as you see, my client Nicole, she has a line already, but it's been so long since she's had a trim that she wants to go ahead and refreshen the line. So I'm not going to take too much off. I'm just going to go in and just take those ends off. She always loves a fresh cut. One thing about Nicole, she like, go ahead in. I want, my ends to be nice and crispy and fresh. So if you're wondering like, why did she have to get it trimmed? She didn't have to, she wanted to. Once you get those ends across the back and created a guideline, then you want to grab the hair on the sides and match it with the back and across the front frame of the face and make it all even. You want to always make sure that you get your ends trimmed every 10 to 12 weeks at the most. If you wear your hair natural in its natural state all the time, you can go a little bit longer, but you want to always make sure that you get those ends off, simply because if you don't, when your ends split, they end up splitting upward and then you end up with breakage. So you don't want to do that. If you comb your hair and you see short pieces of hair all over your shirt, that means that your hair is breaking off. But if you see long pieces of hair that's coming from the root, that's considered shedding. Now I'm just pulling her hair up and I am just following the guideline from her layers that she has. She has soft layers in her hair, long layers. So I'm just going to go in and refreshen those. And so what I was saying about the shedding is okay. Every day we shed 75 to 150 strands of hair. I know that sounds dramatic. I'm a hairstylist and I know these things, and I still don't like the fact that 150 strands are coming out of my hair every day. That's why a lot of times when you have protective styles like braids and sew-ins and you end up with a lot of hair in your hand when you take those out, it's literally because your hair is shedding every day and you weren't able to brush or comb that hair out like you usually do. So that's why it freaks you out when you just see this big ball of hair, but that's literally the hair that you have shed every day. It's called growth and replace, and it's okay for it to happen. Now, you know when your hair is shedding a lot more than usual, so just pay attention to that. But breakage is what you don't want, so you got to get those ends off and make sure that your hair is always hydrated. Now we're going to go in and I'm going to give Nicole some drunken curls today. I know we talked about drunken curls like 2 videos back. And I love how they are and how they come out. So I'm going to give her that today. Drunken curls are basically just curls that are already falling. And I'm going to do this with my 22 Titania in the color Smoke and Mirrors. So, okay. We talked about this too. The iron is sold out again. You guys are like really amazing, and I'm gonna make a video teaching you exactly how to use the iron. I know I use it almost in every video when I'm using heat, but I'm gonna do a complete breakdown because one thing I want to talk to you guys about are the fact that our irons have floating plates. The floating plates are specially made to move flexibly while you're straightening your hair, unlike any other plate type. This is just making sure that your hair is gliding through those plates and it's limiting any breakage or damage no matter how you hold your straightening tool. Now, Nicole was shampooed today with our first class to Morocco shampoo, and then we used the resurrection mask to give her some extra protein and keratin on her strands, just to strengthen it up and make sure you see the shine. It's extra hydrated, it's already shiny before we even get to our last step, which is my favorite, my personal favorite, the glass. Now, y'all know I usually do a tight curl with a lock on the tips. Like, the ends of the hair usually don't even show when I'm doing curls. But because this is the drunken curl, just like a drunken noodle, it's just there. You know, when you usually curl the hair, you'll tell your client, or you look in the mirror and be like, it's cool, my curls will fall. But basically, drunken curls give you that look instantly. It's almost like a really loose Shirley Temple vibe. Just like when you're pressing your hair, when you're curling your hair, one pass is all you need. Don't keep going over one piece of hair. Keep recurling it and recurling it. If that curl ain't work, sis, you better go get a flexi rod or something and roll it up. Because if you keep on hitting that one piece of hair with the heat, when you go to wash your hair, you are going to see what happened to the bonds of your hair. It's going to break it down and you are going to lose your natural curl pattern. Now, some people don't care about losing their natural curl pattern, but at the end of the day, you still want that weight in your hair. So just be careful how you handle your hair when it comes to heat. It's not the enemy. Lack of knowledge is. I also didn't post the blow dry process today, but you already know before I blow dry her out, we use the Satin Shield Serum as our heat protectant. So even before you blow dry, make sure that you always use a good heat protectant to cause a barrier between your hair and the high temperatures. You want to always make sure that you're protecting yourself and just making it so that you don't end up with heat damage, because unfortunately, heat damage is not reversible. You have to cut it. It's no different than when you get a relaxer and you're going natural. The only way to instantly get rid of that relaxed hair or even heat damage is to just chop it off. Or, you know me, I'm really into just transitioning and gradually taking my ends off. So, you know, it's your business, whatever you decide to do. If you want to just take it all off in one whop, or if you want to just transition in your own time and not cut all your length off, as long as your hair is healthy while you're handling it, you'll be fine. While I'm doing those front face frames, I like to kind of put a little hump in there so it'll just end up, you know, giving a little oomph around the face. You know what I mean? I'm a forehead girl. I got a lot of forehead. So I am like really into just having a little curtain action. Now it's time to spray a little Glass Brilliant Shine to seal the deal. Just like with the satin serum, a little bit goes a long way, so you don't have to overdo it. And you can leave the hair just like this if you want to, or you could take a wide tooth comb and you can separate the curls. So you already know I was going to go ahead and separate the curls. So the only thing is, make sure you always use a wide tooth comb because you still want to have definition. That's why after I comb, I like to fluff. Comb, fluff, comb, fluff. Because if you use a thinner tooth comb, it's just going to comb everything together and kind of just cause waves. It might not be a bad vibe, but you want to keep the curls at the same time. It's like a happy medium from keeping the curls and combing them out. You can also, instead of combing them, use your fingers to separate your curls. You know, just run your hands through your curls and break them up and just shake your head. It can also be fun to flip your head forward and just shake the curls out and then bring it back. It's almost like a bedhead look. Just kind of, it's done, but it's not done. You know what I'm saying? You know how sometimes I don't usually go to sleep without my scarf while my hair is done. But if I did, it don't really look that cute in the morning. I don't know where they got that whole bedhead term from. But, you know, some people may wake up and it looks good. So, you know, I'm just combing them front curtains to the front and her hair is done. I just want to thank all of you guys for watching Deeper Than Hair TV. I'll see you next time. If you haven't noticed, I've been posting every Sunday night. So, you know, I'm willing to let you guys hold me accountable to keep posting when I can every Sunday night. I really appreciate y'all, and I'll see you next week.